Hello there. So I picked up this Craftsman 40 volt lithium ion mower off of Craigslist. Battery's not included. So I have a lawn now. And there's the lawn. So here are the cells I'm hoping to use DIY style. So I pulled these out of a Cobalt 40 volt tool battery pack and I tested them. About 1100 milliamps, give or take, on all of them. They started out as at 0.08 volts. I was able to bring them back, so I don't know if they're going to be any good as far as for high drain. So yeah, that's what we're going to find out. This is going to be, each pack is going to be 5S, so I can charge it on my charger, LiPo charger. And then we're going to go, we're going to series the two packs to get our 10S. So it'll be 4 parallel, 10S, all told. So let's tear into this mower and see if I can get some XT60 connectors on it. And build that pack and see if we can get mowing the lawn. Here we go. So I've taken some screws apart. Uses a Torx. Most of them are the same length. Some are different. So what we have, here's the input. So here's where the batteries slide in. There's 4 connections there. And then 3. So here's from the, that one comes from, goes up to our battery. And this is the input. So we've got 3 of them. I'm a little perplexed. Now, I know the 40 volt packs are, like if you just go and test the voltage of them, it's not a full 40, it's like half of that because they series it, I believe, when you insert the pack, right? Because 40 volts is about enough to overcome your skin resistance and give you a buzz. So I think they series it when the battery goes into the tool. So I don't know if I need the blue wire, if that goes in between the two 5S's or what's going on. I think what I'm going to do is just build the pack out. We'll put 40 volts on these two, not worry about that one, and see what happens. Alright, so just a quick test before I started the battery. I just wanted to be sure here before I build the battery and have to redo it or something like that. So this solar panel is good for about 40 volts. It's a 240 watt. And so what I've done, I had some MC4 into X260 already. Turns out my connectors are backwards, right? So I have this red is actually negative and the black is actually positive. Anyway, I did get it to turn on a bit here. Push this down. So I don't know if that's kind of like the lower power mode or if it's sensing. I mean, this thing only does 200 watts, so. But anyway, we got the motors to spin. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. The AC's going, and so here's all the stuff, right? So here's the cell holders. You can grab those on eBay. Prices can vary. You can get all different kind of configurations, but they have the little edgy guys that you can fit, you know, you can mix and match and fit, you know, what you want. And so I've already got that. These are extra. These are 5S connectors. I'll show you that later. And this is the tabbing, battery tabbing. I think 8 mil wide is what you want to get these guys. So let's grab the tab welder. Okay, so here we go, the first round of paralleled strings here. So there's the tab welder there that I built. I have a video on that if you want to see it. Anyway, so yeah, I just whacked like about 6 shots per cell there. Here's the back So there's still some nuggets there on the cells. I'm not going to bother to take those off. After all, we don't know if these cells are going to handle the Amtras. These are supposed to be Sanyo like hybrid cells, like tool battery cells that are good for like 10 to 20 amps a piece. So on and so forth. Now, if by chance those cells turn out to be duds, I have a bunch of these I bought off of eBay. So these are actually 10S. I should have actually used this to, why don't we try that? These are 10S. Let's go up and check the motor out. The mower out. I didn't even think about this. Let's go do that. But yeah, I have 20 of these. There's 20 cells, so 400 cells. There we go, 2 boxes worth. I want to do a power wall. And so these are like 2 amp hour, so on and so forth. Let's go try the mower out with these. These are 10S, so. And, hey, look at that. There's some hydroponic tomato and a couple peppers. All right, there we go. So 36 volts is probably half charged your cell, which is typical for lithium ion to be shipped. I haven't charged them or anything. And it's all in 10S, 2 parallel. It's actually what I think, you know, what the 4 amp hour kind of battery packs would be. So 20 cells, 2 parallel, 10S. I don't want to, if I could just easily, you know, parallel a couple of these up and use that to run the mower, but I want to use the full 400 cells for my little power wall project. So let's hook this up. Here we go. Let's see how it runs. It sounded better than with the solar panel, so that's cool. All right, a little bit more. I did hook up the meter there. It seems like once it hits 35, it looks like there's some protection in the mower that just shuts her down. So a fuller pack would probably hold voltage better and keep the mower going. So let's try it one more time here. I don't know if you can see the meter. It's at 35.9 right now. So yeah, and then it dipped below, the voltage on the meter dipped below 33 volts, 34 volts, and then it shut down. So hopefully that's what we're, if we can keep the voltage above 35, the mower will keep going, and my blue wire will mean nothing. Okay, so we are paralleled on both packs.
Roger that. Flight beginning launch status check.
Not pretty. So now I just got to figure out the series connections, and then they'll be orientated in the mower, and consider that, and so on and so forth. Here's where we are at. So I've got the series connections in, and I've also got the balance lead. So that's that guy dangling around. The balance lead is 6 wires, and then that would plug right into this charger here. So I do have the second one charging. So there's your balance lead. So that tells you what each cell, if I can get it, there we go. Looks like that's working. So each cell you have a voltage there, so that way you can balance the cells and make sure they're all the same. So right now we're charging this, and it's 3.75 volts or so. So right, really pretty close. So next up, it's gonna be kind of a Frankenstein. I don't have any 12 gauge. I'm out of 12 gauge. So I salvaged some, I believe these are 16 gauge off of those packs I have in the boxes, those tool battery packs. So that's going to go on the battery, the 16 gauge. That's going to go into these two 12 gauge females. These are males. There's a male. So these two will go on the batteries. These two I will cut here and then connect those, and they'll have a series connection. So each will go in here. So each 20 volt pack will be seriesed up. And we'll have 40 volts out of here. And this guy will be there, and then this will be the receiver on the mower. Alright guys, so here's the mower. Here's the inputs. I did hook the battery up to red and black, and it did the same thing even with the higher voltage, so we had a bit of a setback because it just shut down after the 2 seconds or whatever. So the tale of 3 wires when I only need 2, and so the old blue wire got us, which I kind of thought might happen. So that's, you know, naive tinkering for you, and sometimes you run into that. So what we're going to do in part 2, we're going to, there's the board there, we're going to not use that. We're going to try to drive them with an Arduino, a couple of MOSFETs, but we're going to make that part 2, so stay tuned for that.